All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? This has to be said. This has to be said. And if nobody's going to do it, if I got to be the villain of freaking media because nobody wants to step up and say what's going on with, first off, okay, Memphis, the Memphis market doesn't help. I am from Memphis and I get the market and I get the media there. Memphis is just happy to be in the game, right? They're just happy to be a part of stuff. So I said that to say, you're not going to hear a lot of complaints about from Memphis media. As it's not going to receive the attention that it should, because Memphis isn't relevant from a basketball standpoint, and Memphis hasn't been the biggest basketball city in the world in the NBA's regard, right? And all due respect to Memphis, I love my hometown Memphis. I love the Grizzlies. I'm a Lakers fan, but obviously I want to see the Grizzlies do good, except against my Lakers. Now, I'm looking at what's happening with DeMarcus Cousins. This dude did not just want to sign with Golden State out of the blue. He signed with and I do think it was a weak move, but I also called it a smart move. It was a sucker smart move. Now, this dude reached out to pretty much every team in the league, him and his team, his agent, and nobody was interested in DeMarcus Cousins. Now, to be fair to DeMarcus Cousins, he's coming off an Achilles injury. It's serious. He's a big guy. He's 6'9", over 300 pounds, right? Somewhere around there. Or close to 300. He's a big dude. It's a serious injury. That injury generally takes a year-long worth of rehab. Now, I've been watching video of DeMarcus Cousins rehab, and he looks good to me. Again, I know when he's on the court, we got to see him be able to. He's a very rough, tough, rugged player who likes contact. We got to see him in action. I'll give you that. Got to be full contact so we can get the full glimpse of what DeMarcus is looking like in 2018, 19, whatever. But the fact that no team was interested in him, and the fact that the guy you see on the other half of my screen, Chandler Parsons, who had already been under the knife 2 times before he signed a 4-year, $94 million contract with the Memphis Grizzlies a couple years ago. The fact that, let me just be frank about it. The fact that a team was willing to pay Chandler Parsons that type of money, and the fact that teams were unwilling to even give DeMarcus Cousins an offer after up until that point he was averaging 25 and 12. Now, the year that Parsons got $94 million, that season before with Dallas, he had played 61 games, averaged 13.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. That got him $94 million. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 2 years, not 1 year, the last 2 years, out of a total 164 games possible, Chandler Parsons has played in 70 games. He started 42 of them. Last year, he averaged 7.9 points a game. The year before that, he averaged 6.2 points a game. He's been injured. He's only getting up about 6.5 shots a game. This is a bust, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the biggest busts in NBA history. And as a black man in America, and I hate to play the race game, I hate to do this, Chandler Parsons seems to be a good guy. And because DeMarcus Cousins is a bit demonstrative in his approach, and let's just call it what it is, y'all. Let's not sugarcoat it. A tad bit disrespectful in regards to the refs and the game of basketball, and he needs to do a better job of controlling his temper. Now, I actually thought he did a good job of improving on that last year for the half season we seen him play with the New Orleans Pelicans. He had made the All-Star team. He was the All-Star starter, which means fans had to vote him in. Fans don't like people who disrespect the refs like that. And he was balling, him and Anthony Davis. Now, here's my theory. I don't want to be the guy to always play the race card. But there has to be something said about teams in the NBA willing to take a chance, a $94 million chance. And the Grizzlies were not the only team interested in Chandler Parsons. That's how that number got up to $94 million, because the Grizzlies felt like they had to over-exceed on that offer to get a guy like Chandler to consider the Grizzlies. The fact that Chandler Parsons, a guy who has not panned out, honestly, he stopped the Grizzlies from signing the guy that they really want, Tyreke Evans, who averaged like 17, 18 points a game, who deserved, I wouldn't say he deserved that type contract, but he deserved a nice offer. The Grizzlies had no money to pay Tyreke Evans. They lost him to the Pacers. The fact that Chandler Parsons has done absolutely nothing since he's joined the Memphis Grizzlies, and quite frank with you, he's done nothing in this league, to be honest with you, to prove himself as a top 5 paid small forward. The fact that he's getting paid $94 million to ride the oak, and Cousins can't get an offer? You mean to tell me he's that great in the locker room that you'd rather put up with him being great but not playing over a guy who has an attitude but on the court is giving it his all, giving you 25 and 12? I got a question. Does Chandler Parsons even want this thing? He's been injured every year since he's been in the league. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at his stats right now. He played 63 games his first year, 76 second year, 74 the next year, 66, 61, 34 games, and 36 games. He's going backwards in games played. He's not producing. He's that great in the locker room that you'd be willing to pay him $94 million to ride the oak, and you wouldn't give a guy who's averaging 25 and 12 a chance because he had attitude problems? I'll take an attitude if I know he's going to leave it out on the court. And I'm telling you right now, I talk to players. I know NBA players. 99% of the league would take DeMarcus Cousins, attitude and all, with his 25 and 12 over Chandler Parsons making $94 million over 4 years to ride the oak. Because they see that dude going hard. Now he's rehabbing to get another shot in the league. And that guy, it seems like he doesn't care about playing. He's still on Twitter making jokes about DeAndre Jordan signing with the Mavs again. What is there to joke about? I'm not saying be miserable all your life, but where's the update on your playing career, Chandler Parsons? You suck. Am I wrong? Do y'all get where I'm coming from? He couldn't get an offer. That guy got $94 million, and y'all want me to tell you, you want me to believe that race had nothing to do with it? I don't think it's 100% race. I've admitted that DeMarcus Cousins, he has an attitude problem that he needs to clean up. But damn, there has to be something said about this thing in America, this stigma in America, that people are scared of the big black guy who's got a mouth on him. He's that damn bad in the locker room? We ain't talking about no criminal activity off the court. We're talking about somebody who just talks a lot when he's on the court and he's passionate. Damn. He can't get an offer? One of the most talented big men ever play the game. He can shoot the three as well. Damn. He can't get an offer. It's that bad? He can't get an offer. Newsflash, Kevin Durant has a mouth on him now. He led the league in technical fouls. Newsflash, Draymond Green has been consistently one of the top guys in technical fouls. They just won a championship. This is basketball, not making cupcakes and doing makeup with the dolls. People curse in basketball. People get angry in basketball. We say stuff on the court. And I'm not in the NBA, but I'm just telling you how it is when you play in the streets. Things get said. I grew up playing on Mount Moriah. I'm not saying I was any good, but yo, we played. People cursed us out. We cursed back. People get mad. People get passionate. People have up straps while I've been playing basketball in different places. I'm not saying that's the way to go. I'm just saying it gets that serious. And I know this is a professional league, but I'm just saying things get serious. And for people to look at DeMarcus, it's almost as if they're criminally looking at this guy. Like I'm having to go back and search DeMarcus Cousins' criminal activity to make sure this dude doesn't have a charge or something like that I'm not aware of. They're treating this dude like he's a criminal. If you ain't know any better, him and Kaepernick committed crimes. Teams were more willing to take another chance on Aaron Hernandez than this guy. Yo, what is going on? $94 million to ride the oak, and that guy proves a point by signing with Golden State for $5 million, the defending NBA champions, because he couldn't even get an offer. If every GM in the league should be called out, every owner in the league should be called out. Y'all are doing a terrible job. If you didn't love DeMarcus Cousins as a player, the least you could have did was sign the guy to keep him off the Warriors, the team that didn't need to get richer. They swept the NBA Finals last year, and that team got better this summer. You couldn't do anything else. You could have signed the guy. You didn't got to play him. Just keep him off the Warriors. Y'all couldn't do that right. And these are competent owners and GMs? Yo, right now I believe they're like, I got about 3.5 competent owners. I'll go up to 5. I think the Lakers are well, let me just start here. I think the Rockets have a competent owner. I think obviously the Warriors have a competent owner and GM. I think the Spurs with Mr. Buford and company, I think they have a competent owner and GM. I think Danny Ainge might be the best in the game right now. I think the Boston owner is competent and trusts Danny Ainge with everything right now. He's the VP as well. When we get outside of them 4, man, a lot of you teams make some iffy decisions, man, that I don't understand at all. Thank God for the time, little part. I don't take it for granted. He couldn't get an offer. Now he's a Warrior. That guy on the other side of your screen, let me make sure I pointed the right way. He makes $94 million. He played 36 games last year. He makes $94 million. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.